Well, it's a shame because I agree with a lot of what he says in the article. I mean, I don't agree with the burqa or anything like it, but I think that we're a free country and if you want to wear it, you should be allowed to wear it. I also worry that if you ban it, the women that are forced to wear it will basically be under house arrest because presumably their partners will not allow them to go out with their face bare.
In the article, we should say in the article he doesn't talk about banning the burqa.
Exactly. So I agree with what he says. I agree with the premise, but when he uses language like he did, like it's like looks like a pillar box.
So hang on, you agree with it that they should be banned, but then you just said I don't think we should be banning them.
No, I don't agree that they should be banned. But I don't agree with what he said.
Right.
And you don't agree with the burqa, but you don't feel the answer is to ban it?
but I think people can have... because I worry that if you ban it, then people will be locked into their homes and not allowed out, basically. Yeah. But what I didn't like was the fact that he used the terminology he used, pillar box and bank robbers. Now, I think that he's written that, and as you said, Jane, you know, it's for a paper. The lawyers will have gone back and forth over that. And I think he's too smart to make mistakes. I don't think this is a schoolboy error. I think he purposefully used that language to be inflammatory and to get everybody talking about it. It's a bit, for me, it's a bit Trump-like. You know, pick and say nasty, like schoolboy bullying things. And so in answer to that, I think he really should apologise.
Yeah, he should.
I think he should apologise.
I mean, I think he's made a mistake with the bank robber analogy just because it makes it subjective rather than objective. I think if he'd just done an article about the burqa, I think absolutely pretty much everybody would agree with him. I think it's an awful garment. It has no place in the Quran or any religion. It is forced upon women and they can sit there all they like and go, I do this through choice. I'm sorry, I just don't think it has any place in Western society. And if you choose to live in this country, you know, we can't walk naked down the street because there is a law against that. And I just think...
You could, I'm not.
She could.
No, but what I'm saying is there are, you know, rules and regulations in whatever country you're in, and you have to adhere to those. And I just think that when you... the reason he used the bank robber thing, and I think that is totally where he has made a huge mistake, and I think if he could rewind time, he wouldn't use that phrase because it's, you know, it's a pejorative thing to liken somebody to a bank robber. But what he's saying is, I think, and obviously I haven't spoken to him, is that if you are driving a motorcycle and you've got a helmet on, you're not allowed to walk into a bank because they can't see your face when you're walking in.
Yeah.
How is it different? Why, you know, why do we all have to show our faces and be subjected to facial recognition?
Do you think he not did this a bit on purpose? He's after the leadership. And he wants to cause a lot of trouble for Theresa May, who actually hasn't come out that strongly on it at all.
No.
Said, oh, this might have been a bit offensive or whatever it was she said.
I think it's now become a political football. But again,
don't you think he did... He's a very smart guy.
He is a very smart guy.
Was he not using
really
a very small minority of people
He is a very
to
smart
stir
guy.
up something?
But what is it in that article that you think he should apologise for?
I think the schoolboy kind of bullying...
But it's an item of clothing. You're not bullying somebody.
No, with the fact that you said
so it's
you
like
want to go in somewhere
said,
looking...
you look like a letterbox in that red shirt. It's an analogy because you're wearing a red shirt. It's not about you as a person. It's not about something you can't change.
I think if you say if you want to go into somewhere looking like a bank robber, if I heard my children saying that, I would say that's not nice. Don't say that because you're picking.
But there's a difference between somebody being offended and being offensive. There is a distinction.
Well, if there is a difference, and I get it, I think he was offensive because I think it's offensive to liken.
But don't you think the burqa is
robbers.
offensive?
Absolutely. I worry about banning it because I don't want women that are forced to wear it to be under house arrest because they wouldn't be allowed out. But if you've got a husband, you must have your face completely covered.
You can't agree on one sort of, you know, cover-up article on the basis... We live in a free society. What you're doing is you're saying, because we don't want these women to be housebound, we must therefore allow this
Well,
It's
no, because we
totally-
live in a free society, we have to allow people, because many Muslim women would say that they
what we
do
should be
choose to
doing
wear
is
it.
dealing with it in society and saying, if you live in this Western society, you are not allowed to keep your wife housebound.
Oh, girl.
That is not allowed.
It's a very, very, very good discussion.
But you're going to stop it.
I loved it.
Having said that, I've only come out for a laugh, so we'll
But
move on.
I don't like the bank robber analogy. I think he was wrong
Bullying.
to say that.
OK, it's good.